Coach, if you want to open up.
Incredibly tough loss tonight. I feel really badly for our seniors. You know, it wasn't anything to do with effort or want to or togetherness or any intangibles. We put ourselves in great position in the game, but just made way too many mistakes down the stretch, and to Louisville's credit, they really made us pay. As a coach, I feel badly because I don't feel like at all I put ourselves in position at the end. Down the stretch, we just, so many mistakes, and I wish I would have put our team in a much better position.
Questions for the players?
Kevin Goheen with the Cincinnati Enquirer. Amber and Tashia, can you, obviously, the end of your career is here. Can you put it into words at all what this is, what you're feeling?
It's not the end of our careers. It's the end of our career here.
Yes.
And honestly, you know, it's bittersweet. Coach just told us that, you know, we've done a lot of amazing things here, and we have. And that's the way we're going to look at it. We're not going to hang our heads. We're not going to be upset. You know, of course it hurts, but pretty much just focus on the positive and get ready to move on to whatever's next. Same thing.
More for the players?
Jason Williams from the Cincinnati Enquirer. Can you just talk about that last minute 40 there? Did you just look up and think, wow, what the heck just happened?
No. I mean, you can't think what just happened. We knew what just happened. We made too many mistakes, like Coach said. That's really all it was. We cost ourselves. Like he said, Louisville made us pay.
Anything else?
All right. Yeah. Katie, if you would, you had a stretch there in the second where you just on fire and really couldn't miss anything, and I mean even to the point where they came out and ran at you, and I think you had a nice little dump into Tashia at one point. And can you just talk about the flow you were in at that point?
At halftime, Coach Wall told me to keep my head up and fix my shot for me, and so I just followed what she said and tried to put my team in the best position I could.
Anything else for our players? Ladies, thank you. Questions for the coach now, and again, remember to identify yourself by your name and your affiliation for each question that you ask. Questions for the coach?
Jocelyn Taylor from the Xavier Newswire. Coach, was there any reason why Megan Askew didn't play much of the second half?
Well, when Katie got shooting the ball well, we kind of went with a hot hand here, and that was pretty much it right there. And they weren't guarding her very closely, so it was kind of clogging the middle. And with Katie in the game, it gave us a little bit better spacing.
Hi, Jody Demling from the Courier in Louisville. Can you just talk about Schimmel's performance, especially in the last 7 minutes there?
Schimmel was amazing tonight, and I would say the probably most impressive thing was just the poise that she had down the stretch. For a freshman, not only did she make big shots, but she really kept her team together and allowed them to execute, in critical stretches of the game.
Jocelyn Taylor from the Xavier Newswire. Do you think that having not a lot of depth from the bench was key in this game?
It did wear on us, and that, I think that certainly was part of it at the end, a little bit of fatigue. But at the same time, we've kind of done that for most of the year and have not made those type of mistakes. So, it's really disappointing. Especially for us to be in the position that we were with the lead that we had, that's probably the most disappointing part, because I felt like we had the game exactly where we wanted it, but just so many turnovers led to baskets on the other end for Louisville.
Howie Lindsay, Louisville Sports Report. Coach, what was it about Louisville's defensive pressure that led to so many different steals?
Overall, I thought we were really good on offense. We shot 50% for the game, and I don't know that it's been a long time since we've scored 75 and lost. But as much as anything is when we did make a mistake, they turn turnovers into points on the other end, and that was a big, big problem for us. It's just hard. They run so well. They make great decisions in transition, and they really, really, really made us pay off those turnovers.
Howie Lindsay, Louisville Sports Report. Coach, about Charmaine Tay, you spoke about Shoni Schimmel's performance in that last 5 minutes, but the other freshman was pretty key as well.
She was. She was really good. She's quick. She's athletic, and she gave us problems. We had a hard time containing her off the dribble, and she got to the free throw line, and she had a couple key baskets when we had a lead.
Coach, those 4 seniors really took this program to new heights, and can you put in perspective what they did?
Really hard to put in perspective right now how much they've meant to our program. Great young women. It's been amazing to see what they've been able to accomplish, and that's who I really feel badly for right now, because they gave so much and had such aspirations for this season. And we've accomplished so much, but to have it end like this, when we had a real chance to move on to the Sweet 16 is tough, because they're great kids, and they really deserve that opportunity to continue to play. But at the same time, sometimes it just doesn't happen like that, and we have to deal with that. I hope at some point they can look back and remember all the positive things that they were able to accomplish, and I know I'm going to remind them how much they've meant to me and to our program.
Jocelyn Taylor from the Xavier Newswire. Could you talk about Special Jennings? She sobbed at the end. Could you talk about how her performance was and just how she's feeling right now?
Special, she's such a competitive player. She's got so much pride, and this is really, really tough on all of them, but she, especially her, and I would say it's tough on all of them to the same degree. She's just a little more emotional, and so she kind of wears her emotions on her sleeve. So she's taking it very tough right now, as they all are, and you can't invest as much as they've invested in a program and not just be devastated by that loss. That's part of it, unfortunately. And like I said, I feel really badly because I thought we had the game right where we wanted it, and I just wish I could have done a few more things to help put us in better position.
Kevin Goheen with the Enquirer. The screen she ran into at midcourt there in the first, how much, if at all, did it affect her come up? I know she only sat out maybe like 11 seconds of game time, but did it affect her at all after that?
I don't know. It certainly shook her up a little bit, but she's a really, really tough kid, so it was gonna take more than that to keep her out of the game. But it did. It was a hard screen and a hard play, and it did shake her up a little bit.
Anything else for the coach?
Kevin Goheen, the Enquirer. You had talked about yours and Jeff's relationship and everything. What did you guys say at the end? I congratulated him, wished him luck, and that was really about it. I'm sure once we get a little bit farther away from tonight, probably catch up again. And like I said, it's just really tough. I give Louisville a lot of credit because the thing that they did is when they got down, it was getting late in the game, they kept playing, and they made really, really big plays down the stretch. And, we had opportunities and we didn't make the same plays. And, that's what we have to live with. And for myself, I wish I could have put us in better position to make some plays to give us a chance to win.
Joe Sunderman here for GoXavier.com All Access.